If you're just getting started in AutoCAD, one of the first things you need to understand is how to set your units and your drawing limits correctly. Getting this set up the right way at the beginning makes everything easier later, whether you're drawing floor plans, mechanical parts, or any other type of design. In this video, I'll show you how to use limits and units in AutoCAD step by step, so you can prepare your workspace properly and avoid scaling problems down the road. If this tutorial helps you, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more AutoCAD tips and software tutorials. Let's jump right in. First, open AutoCAD and start a brand new drawing. This gives you a clean workspace and makes sure you're not changing settings in an old file that may already have custom values. Once your blank drawing is open, the first thing we'll do is set the units. Units control how AutoCAD interprets the measurements in your drawing, so this is an important step. To do that, go to the command line and type units, then press enter. The drawing units window will open. Here, you'll see several options that let you define how measurements are displayed and interpreted. One of the most important options is the length type. For most technical drawings, decimal is the most common choice because it gives you a straightforward numeric format that is easy to work with. You can also choose other formats depending on your project, but for this example, decimal is a solid default. Next, look for the insertion scale option. This tells AutoCAD what unit should be used when inserting blocks, external references, or other content into your drawing. For example, you can set this to millimeters if you're working on detailed design work, or meters if you're working on larger architectural or civil projects. Choose the option that matches the type of drawing you're creating, because this helps keep everything consistent and properly scaled. After that, review the other settings if needed, and once everything looks correct, click OK to apply the changes. Now that your units are set, the next step is to define your drawing limits. Limits help establish the size of your working area, and they're useful for organizing the drawing space. To set them, type limits in the command line and press enter. AutoCAD will ask you to specify the lower left corner. In most cases, this is simply 0, 0, which starts your drawing area at the origin point. Type 0, 0 and press enter. Then AutoCAD will ask for the upper right corner. This value depends on the size of your project. For example, you might enter 1000, 1000 if you want a larger working space. If you're working in millimeters, that could represent a generous drawing area, but you should always choose a value that makes sense for your specific project. Once you enter the upper right corner and press enter, your limits are now defined. At this point, it's a good idea to zoom to show the full working area. To do that, type zoom and press enter, then type A for all and press enter again. This zooms out to display the entire drawing area based on the limits you just set, so you can clearly see your workspace. And that's really the basic process. By setting your units first and then setting your limits, you create a clean, organized foundation for your drawing. This helps make sure your measurements are accurate and your workspace is sized properly from the start. If you skip these steps, you may run into issues later with scaling, printing, or inserting objects into your drawing. So it's always a smart habit to set them at the beginning of every new project. If this AutoCAD tutorial was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more easy step-by-step software guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.